Hi, come on in. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Lila. Yes, likewise. May I just take your name? Okay. Yes. We have you here. You've come in for a posture correction. Is this something that you've arranged yourself, or has it been recommended? What's kind of the situation behind? Okay. That's fine. Is there any particular areas of concern? Is it in the shoulders, the back, the neck? Okay. Well, I can take a little look over you and see what I may recommend. Is there, or was there, I should say, an injury that may have led to this? Okay. Any surgeries at all? Okay. Have you had any other alternative treatments carried out? Physio and a chiro? Okay. So we are we do less of a chiropractic adjustment. We do a little bit of adjusting on you, but not quite to the extremes of a chiropractor, no. Okay, what is your lifestyle like? Are you sitting at a desk all day? Are we moving around? Okay, and are we exercising? And what type of exercise is that? Okay, so a mix of cardio and weights. Okay. Alrighty. And is this giving you pain? Yeah. Okay. Out of 10, what would you say? Okay. Right. So what I do want to do is I'll just pop this down, and then I will have just a little look over you and ask you to do a couple of different poses for me, okay? Alright, so if you just want to relax for me, if you can kind of just stand in a position that feels most comfortable for you, try not to focus on correcting yourself too much, because then we're not going to know where to work properly on you. So you just stand as you normally would. I'm just going to move around you and take a little look as to what's going on here. Okay. Do you mind if I just put my hands on your shoulders? Okay. Alright, I'm just going to step to the side of you here. I'm kind of, it's almost, excuse me, I'm just thinking of what I'm going to say. It's almost like a measurement technique, but I'm kind of just judging based on like the top of your chest, your sternum, just below the clavicle or collarbones, and one hand on the not quite upper part of your back, but where it comes to curve. Just seeing this stance is okay. Right, I'm just going to go to the other side now. Not that I suspect it should be much different, but I'm just going to see what's happening here. Okay. Right. Do you mind if I just move your head around a little bit? Thank you. So do just allow, try not to tense up. Just allow your head to move freely in my hands. Thank you, sweetheart. What would you prefer I call you? Okay. I know some people don't like being called sweetheart, darling, and I'm one of those people that kind of naturally defaults to those kind of pet names or terms of endearment. I do just like to ask in case you're not comfortable. But if you're alright with that, that's fine. So are you having any pain at all when I'm moving your head around here? Okay. No, you have to excuse me, my hair is wet. It's so warm. I just didn't want to use the hairdryer, so I'm letting it air dry. Okay. How's mobility in your arms? Are you able to bring an arm up and above your head? Okay, so if we bring your left arm up, and shoulders are all okay. Alright, do you mind if I just do a little bit of a resistance exam? So I'm going to ask you to keep your arm held up above your head and I'm going to pull on it. Okay, ready? Good. You can bring that arm down. We're just going to do this side now. Okay, so arm up and above. Perfect. I'm just going to take your arm here and pull. Good. You can bring your arm down now. Are you able to just pop your arms back like this? But I'm going to hold your shoulders just for a moment. Just bring your arms back like this. Okay, then bring them forward. Oh, may I always slightly? Okay. Just having a look at your posture sideways on. I can see that you do hold quite a bit of tension in your shoulders visually and by feel. It's almost like they are rolled forward like this. So what I just want to start by doing with you is I want you to bring your shoulders as close to your ears as you can. So we're going to bring them up to our ears, and then we roll them back and we have them like this. It's going to feel quite unnatural to begin with, and what you can find is when you first start with this movement you can overcompensate. And have you ever heard of a pelvic tilt? So just having a little look at you, it does look like you do have a little bit of an anterior pelvic tilt, which is just where instead of keeping our body straight, you are kind of overextending the hips backwards, and you're kind of making more of a curved shape with your back rather than a straight line. I mean, a little curve is fine, but just with the position that you're standing in, it's like a bit of an over-exaggerated. And that can cause troubles with your back. So what I want to do is, if you bring the shoulders up and we roll them back, lovely. I am just going to place my hand on you and maneuver you slightly into just a better position, alright? Okay, so I'm going to do is just move you like this. Is that okay? Yeah. Do you find that you typically, if you are just kind of standing in a neutral position, you tend to fall onto one leg? Yeah. Oh, it's completely normal. So many of us do it. And just move. Right, okay. Alright, now we have your shoulders back. I'm just going to move your head again, and you tell me if there's any pain at all. It's okay? Alright. Now the only other thing I do want to do is just come behind you and feel down the back of your neck. I will also again move your head around, but is it okay if I do that? Perfect, alright. Okie dokie, so I'm just going to start by feeling down your neck, alright? If you do hear that rattling sound, it's the chimney. Although it's very warm, it's quite windy today, so please do try to ignore that. So as I'm pressing down the back of your head here, or back of your neck I should say, sorry, is that giving you any pain? No, okay. Well, just another very quick observation. I think people are calling it iPhone neck now, where a lot of us are constantly looking down at devices. We build this almost lump at the back of our neck. So another thing I will need you to be mindful of is making sure that we're keeping our neck up. Okay. I'm just going to remove your head from behind here. Are you okay? Sorry, that was kind of quick, but you're okay. And then I'm just going to move you like so, supporting your head. Alright, and again, back this way. Okay. Just going to... So I mean, this is kind of the ideal position that we do need your neck to be in, but Rome wasn't built in a day, so we'll do our best with what we can today at the time we have. Alright, would you be happy for us to... Apologies for being so rude, I should speak to you face to face. Would you be happy for us to do some adjustments on you now? Okay, so I think we're going to start with the neck. Then I will do a little bit of work on upper back. We're going to keep you in this seated position. It's just easier for us to work that way, and like I mentioned earlier, we're not doing a full chiropractic adjustment where we have you on a bed in peculiar positions, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to note down what I have. Noticed. Is there anything you feel like I haven't done for you or looked into? Okay, so yeah, that's fine. You'll have to forgive me, these patient forms, they have a picture of a body. And we do just have to circle the areas where we are. There's the wind. We're doing upper back, shoulders, and then we'll do neck as well. Right. Okay. So what I would just like for you to do for me, firstly, I'm going to ask you to bring the shoulders up and back. We are kind of creeping forward again. Thank you. It's my job to remind you I'm not trying to be rude in any way. What I need you to do is take a couple of nice deep breaths for me. So, dependent on your breath capacity, I normally ask people to do a 5-second inhale, a 5-second hold, and then a 5-second exhale. But if you're not quite able to do that, we could do 3 seconds. Yeah, so we do inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We exhale. If you repeat that a couple of times for me, I'm just going to get my hands in the right position to do the adjustment on you. Just a prior warning, it will be a fairly quick movement, so don't be alarmed. So if you can just keep taking those breaths for me, sweetheart. And then I will give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, and on 1 we do a nice exhale. Alright. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. You okay? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do the same side again. I can just feel where it does need to be done. Okay. So we'll do 3, 2, 1. There we go, there we go. Okay, just going to move you slightly. Now what you had done is, where I'd done the adjustment, you kind of moved your upper body with, so try and keep your upper body facing forwards, but we just have the neck that moves. Okay, right, so I'm just going to feel here. Please excuse me if my lips are dry, I need some lip balm. Oh no, I have a really awful problem with biting my lips. I've always done it. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. All right. Feel here. Alright, again we'll do this side. Three, 2, 1. Okay. Yes, that feels better. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is cross your arms over your shoulders like this. I am going to step behind you and put my hands over the top, so long as you are comfortable with me doing that. Alright, and then what I need from you is to lean back into me, and your feet will leave the floor slightly, just based on your height. You'd probably only be up to tippy toes, but just allow your body to go loose. Okay? Alright, if you have any questions, do ask. Alright. So, like I said, I'm just going to loop my hands over the top of yours here. And I'm just going to move you here slightly. Just sway you side to side. Do you need me to talk any louder, or is okay, good. Right. So we'll say 3, 2, 1. Super quick, I know, but I think that should be enough for that one. Okay. Alright, my love. Now, the last thing we are going to do for you, excuse me, is I'm going to take your arm, pull it over to the opposite side, and then turn your upper body, okay? Your head is able to follow this one, so I'm going to take your right arm, I'm going to bring it over to your left side. If you turn your head for me, okay, and then I'm going to push on your left shoulder, okay? So if you take a deep breath, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if we come back to centre, if you just roll your shoulders a couple of times for me. I'm just going to, excuse me, I'm going to check your posture here. Alright, let me do the other side. Okay, so we'll take left arm, bring it over to the right. We'll move your head here. Okay, so I have my hand on your right shoulder. Okay, take a nice deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bring you back to centre. If you're able to kind of just shake your body out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Can you just bring your arms forward? I'm just going to shake your arm, okay? Okay, and this arm. Bring them both forward here. Okay. Can you wrap your arms around you like this? Okay. Just going to again just keep them wrapped nice and tight. Okay. Good. Again, bring them down and shake out your arms. How are you feeling? Okay. Can you bring your arms out and as though you're pushing on an invisible wall? Okay. What I didn't mention earlier, do forgive me, you do have you ever heard of, well, you know what your scapula is? Have you ever heard the term winged scapula? Yeah, so you do have a bit of winging. So what I will do is give you a couple of exercises to do. They are really simple, only take a few minutes. Can be done at the beginning and end of a day just to kind of wake up and or wind down. You don't need anything for it. It literally just requires you to lay on the floor and do a couple of movements. But I think that is also partly to do with your posture, like the way that your posture is sitting at the moment. It kind of looks slightly exaggerated because of the winged scapula. Okay, so what I will do is I'm going to print out those exercises for you. I'll talk you through them briefly. I will also send you a link to a video which may be easier for you to follow along to. Yeah. Alright, if you just want to stay seated, do excuse me, I'll be back in a moment.